Hi everyone. I didn't think I'd be making another video this quickly, but I feel really strongly pushed to talk about a couple of things, including the intensifying energy at the moment. If you're watching this, it's probably a safe bet to say that you're feeling the intensity again in the last, for me, it feels like 48 hours. It feels different though. It feels like it's building towards something, and I keep hearing the word sea of potential, and I don't know what that means. It just feels like we're receiving potential, either a gateway or a portal, or something is happening where we're being, there's an opportunity to step into potential, and I don't even fully know what that means. It feels like it's going to reach some sort of peak over the weekend, which could be into Monday, depending on your time zone. I feel like 21st, 22nd is significant for some reason. I know I've said that before, but yeah, so it just feels like it's building to something, to either some sort of climax or some sort of significance. The reason that I feel potentials are involved, which obviously is this higher energy, because everything is in potential. It's up to whether or not we choose to receive it and then ground that potential, I suppose. But what I'm really feeling in the last week, there's been a lot happen this week, specifically in the last few days, that would normally cause me to go into a bit of a tailspin and start stressing, worrying, go into trying to resolve it and force a solution, instead of sitting back in a quiet space and just waiting for a solution to appear. And instead of falling back into that pattern this week, I actually am really proud of myself, because I managed to just sort of step back out of it and say, okay, it is what it is. There is a solution. I just can't see it right now. It will present itself as long as I give it the opportunity to do so. And so as much as possible, I just went into that receptive state and just waited to see what came, and solutions presented themselves. But what I was getting shown, I kept waking up. You know, when you sometimes do a meditation and then you lay there afterwards and drift off and drift back in and out, I kept waking aware of a concept, but I'm not sure what the concept was, and being shown, you're letting that go. It doesn't matter now. And going, okay. And this week, it feels like there's a lot that I've let go of on a mental level that used to cause me suffering. And I'm not trying to feel it either. I'm sitting in this space now, and it feels strange, because at times I realize I feel neither happy nor sad. I'm just in this state of neutrality, but it's just neutral. I was going to say it's comfortable, but it's sometimes not. It's just a strange feeling. And what I was realizing is that this is all an opportunity, I think, to let go and create space, because we sense that we're about to receive something that's going to feel it, and it's not a material thing. It's not outside of us. It's something coming into us that's going to fill that space. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. The other thing too is, and this is a concept I've been aware of, and you know how you can know something, but then it lands and you really understand it. And it's very much about when when it feels like our foundations are collapsing and our security is being threatened on every level. It's an opportunity, and this is how I'm looking at it now anyway. And what it's taught me is that if our security and our faith and trust in the world is anchored outside of us, like if we've always got security, something that makes us feel secure in the world outside of us, then we're never given that cause to look for that within us, and that's the whole point. If our faith and our security comes from within, then it doesn't matter what's happening around us, because we're anchored in that space and it's not determined by our external environment. And I think that's the key to all of this. So when the foundations collapse, it's actually a good thing, because that means then you have to start building them within. And that's not a comfortable process, but it's laying the foundations for where we want to be moving into. And that's, I think, the first step. Now I'm drifting. The other thing that I really wanted to share was a breathing technique that my guides showed me, and it can be used in 2 ways. And I've touched on it before, but I wanted to do it in more depth and sort of run you through it so that you're a bit familiar with it, in the hope that it can help in those times of stress or when you want to be of service. So I've shown the first way to do it is when we want to give assistance to our human self, our human aspect that's struggling with whatever emotions it is that don't feel good. So usually that's fear, confusion, doubt, pain, sorrow, grief, sadness, everything that doesn't feel nice and comfortable to be feeling. And so what we do is we breathe that into our heart to be felt, because the heart's the feeling center, it feels everything. We breathe it into the heart to be felt on the inhale, and then on the exhale it gets breathed into the higher heart so that it can be healed in the power of the love and the compassion and the understanding and the wisdom that's held within this space. But the key to accessing that is the heart has to be open, and that's why the human heart, as in terms of the heart chakra, has to be fully open, because once it's fully opened, it acts as a portal to the high heart. So if the heart's closed, the high heart can't be accessed, and the high heart is what holds our true being, our higher self, inner being, whatever name you want to give it. That's where that sacred spark of the creator, of the Godhead, in that threefold flame, is held in the high heart center. And that's where our power, our love, our wisdom is accessed. Because with the high heart, there's immense power, but it's power driven by unconditional love and understanding, and the wisdom of knowing when to use our power and how to use our power to create with love. So this is where our truth lies, in the higher heart, and you can only access it by overcoming all the pain of the human heart and fully opening that to allow that bridge, that portal to the high heart to be accessed. So with this breathing technique, you're going to be focusing on the heart and the high heart, breathing from into the human heart, and then exhaling into the high heart, and then inhaling from the high heart your truth, your divinity, the part of you that's never forgotten who you really are and what you're connected to, which is everything. And so you breathe in that source breath from that part of you, the Godhead within you, and you inhale that in, and then you exhale it into the human heart to allow it to open further, and then we exhale it into every aspect of our being so that it can receive the healing of that unconditional love, that forgiveness, that understanding. And then we keep doing that. I'll lead you through it in a minute. I'm just explaining what we're doing and how it was shown to me and why we're doing these things, because for me, I like to know what we're doing. And so you can continue doing this breath until you feel more balanced and you feel that light of your inner being shining bright again, and you found your foundation, your north point again, because we lose it sometimes. And then once you're back into feeling that your human is back into a state of balance and you want to be of service, then we can do the same breath, but instead of inhaling all your human emotions that cause discomfort, you can inhale them all from Gaia and the collective. You can see yourself doing this big inhale and them all flooding into your heart, holding them there to be felt, because everything has to be experienced. And we feel for the ones that won't or can't feel for themselves. And it's a big job. And that's probably, well, not probably, I know it's why, when we feel it more acutely, because others can't or they won't, but it has to be felt. So, hey, I feel you. And so we breathe that in. And then on the reverse, when we're breathing all that light, all that love, all that creator essence from our high heart, we exhale it to the collective, into Gaia, so that we can help both. So I'll run you through it, a couple of breaths for both, but a few minutes for both, so that you can feel comfortable with it. And I really hope it helps, because I find it immensely calming when it's my human aspect that's struggling, but I also find it such a beautiful experience to be connecting with Gaia and to be assisting the collective. And they'll never know. Oh, I mean, they will eventually, but the thing is, it's a job that needs to be done, and we're doing it. So if you'd like to participate, please do. If you don't, turn it off. It's completely fine. What I've been shown to do is put my hands together, I guess you'd call it prayer position, at my heart. And the reason that I do it, or its symbology to me, is merging my feminine left hand with my masculine right hand at the heart, which is the integrator for the polarities, but also for our spirit and our matter. So sorry, let me just cough because I can feel it's there, and take a quick sip of water. Okay. So just close your eyes for a moment and take a couple of deep and natural breaths. And we want them to be deep so that the belly rises on the inhale and then falls back down on the exhale. But nice and natural breaths. And just bring your attention to your heart. And as you focus on your heart, start to think of the things that fill it, that expand it, all the things that you love, anything that fills it. People, places, experiences, objects, whatever expands your heart to that feeling of overflow. And visualize those things as you take those deep breaths in and out very naturally. And as you feel this warmth and this light expanding your heart, opening it, take a moment to become aware of everything you're feeling that you perhaps don't want to be feeling, or is not very comfortable. It's causing you suffering of any sort, any fear, any pain, any doubt, confusion, sorrow, grief, anger, frustration, impatience, whatever you can think of that you might be feeling. We're going to take a deep inhale and draw all of these feelings into your heart. And just hold them there for a moment. Feel them one last time. And then exhale them into your higher heart just above. Letting them be healed in the light of unconditional love. Now take a deep breath in and draw in from your higher heart the essence of the creator, of the God force within you. All that love, unconditional love, healing, understanding. And exhale it into your heart and then through all of your being. And then again on the inhale, draw in all the feelings that you don't want to feel into your heart. Hold them for a moment and then exhale them into your higher heart for healing and transmutation. And again, on the inhale, draw in that light and that unconditional love and wisdom, power of this love and wisdom. In on the breath from your high heart and exhale it into your heart and to the rest of your being. So this healing and love may flood every part of you. And then again, on a big inhale, we're going to draw in all of those feelings that are remaining into the heart and hold for a moment. And exhale into the high heart. And drawing in from the high heart that light and unconditional love, power, wisdom. And exhaling it into your heart and every part of your being. So I hope you get the idea with that. Feel free to keep your hands there or let them go, however's comfortable. And if you want to tweak it and turn it into something that feels more comfortable to you, please just use it as an idea. So that's the breath I like to do when I feel that I'm struggling in any way. And then same breath, but we change the focus to help Gaia and the collective. So just to give you a couple of examples of that so that you sort of ground it. Close your eyes again. You can put your hands back up to your chest if you like, or you can just leave them comfortable. So in a moment, on the inhale, we're going to picture all the pain and fear and confusion, all the loneliness, separation, or everything you can imagine as something, as the energies and the emotions and that need to be released from the collective and Gaia, and see it as this dark cloud over the planet, over the people. And on the inhale, we're going to draw that dark cloud of all those emotions up into the heart and just hold it there so it can be felt, which is what it wants. And then exhale it into the high heart for healing and transmutation. And then on the inhale, draw in the light, the unconditional love, the wisdom, the power from your high heart. And then exhale it to the collective, to Gaia, as a rain of light or a cloud of glowing light, however you'd like to imagine it, and seeing it start moving into the people's energy field, into Gaia, down into her core. And then again, on an inhale, we're going to draw more of this dark cloud of all these lower emotions that need clearing from the people and Gaia up into our heart to hold them there for a moment so they can be felt. And then exhale into your high heart so they can be healed and bathed in the light of this love and wisdom. Then draw in this power, this love, this wisdom, this light of the God force, you, your higher self, however you want to picture this light. Draw it into your heart and then exhale it to the people and to the core of Gaia. And then one more time, draw in this dark cloud up into your heart and hold. And then exhale it into your high heart. On the inhale, drawing in more of this creator power and light. And then exhaling it to the collective and So I hope that helps in some way. Sometimes it's nice to have a focus. Just simply focusing on our breath can seem too simple. And so for me, I like to feel that I'm being useful to myself or others, even when I'm breathing. So I hope you're doing okay. Things are very intense at the moment. I think we're all familiar with the self-care practices that are most beneficial. Plenty of hydration, salt baths where possible. However much time you can spend just connecting with Gaia in nature is the ultimate remedy, I feel. Whatever, just listen to that inner voice. We're all going to need different things at different moments, and you'll be guided to what you need. So just allow the space to hear that inner voice and honor it as much as possible, wherever possible, especially during the next few days. Thinking of you all, sending big love, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.